Alam natin, inaantabayan na natin yung impeachment complaint laban dito kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero hindi lang pala yun kasi naghain ng panibagong reklamong graft at plunder laban sa Vice Presidente sa harap naman ng Ombudsman. Para talakayin po ito, makakausap natin si Josie Acosta Nisperos, ang Pangulo at founder ng grupong The Silent Majority. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, ma'am.
Magandang gabi po.
Oo. Ma'am, sinasabi na meron ng nakabantang impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara. But then, pinili po ninyong dalhin din ito sa Ombudsman. Hindi ko alam kung hanggang saan ang limitasyon ng immunity ng Vice Presidente. Pero bakit po ngayon?
Okay. Kasi po, gusto po namin lakasan ang bigyang tibay yung impeachment complaint na ipafile kay Sara Duterte itong February 6, no? Just to answer po yung ni-raise niyo po about the immunity of the Vice President. Actually, wala pong batas na sinasabi na immune siya sa suits. So that means na pwede siyang kasuhan, pwede siyang ma-indict. Ang hindi lang pwedeng mangyari is that she be removed by the Ombudsman. Kasi she can only be removed through impeachment. Kaya po, ang prayer po ng aming complaint is that the Ombudsman conducts an investigation, and if it so warrants, for them to recommend to the House of Representatives that she be impeached.
Pero ma'am, bakit po ngayon na desisyonan ng inyong grupo na ihain po itong kaso na to? Although matagal na rin naman nating tanong yung mga ginawa po ninyong basis, no? Yung sa mga confidential funds, sa DepEd na mga pondo. Pero yung timing po ng paghahain ng kaso, why now?
Para po, kumbaga, mas malakas ang puwersa ng impeachment complaint na mangyayari itong February 6. Kasi lalabas din po sa aming complaint sa Ombudsman ang mga ebidensya laban kay Sara Duterte. So, with the Ombudsman investigation, they can madadagdagan ng pressure or ng reason ang House of Representatives to push through with the impeachment.
Ma'am, si Chicky
So,
go ahead. Go ahead po.
Kumbaga tandem po yung dalawang aksyon. Hindi siya separate from each other.
Oo, gets.
Okay.
Sa kahit anong reklamo naman po o kaso o mga ganitong pag-imbestiga ay kailangan po titignan yung form and substance. So pagdating dun sa substance po, baka pwede niyo pong ibahagi sa amin what kind of documentary or testimonial evidence po o mga bago pong mga ebidensya ang meron po kayo. Marami po bang bago?
Okay. Ang isang sa mga dito, as you know, meron na pong pinay na complaint sa Ombudsman laban kay Sara Duterte on the 650 million confidential funds. What we wanted to highlight was that there is a pattern of behavior. That is why we're going back as far as yung mayor siya. So, pinakabago dyan is to establish a pattern of behavior. That yung mga transgressions ni Vice President Sara Duterte is parang recidivist na. And therefore, that makes her unsuitable for the position of the second highest official of the land. Kasama na po doon yung allegations po ni Madriaga. And here, I know that there has been parang or questions raised about the testimony. But for us kasi, it's important na isulong siya sa Ombudsman because through the investigations, it's the Ombudsman who is going to decide whether that his testimony is correct or is true or not. Hindi Facebook, hindi social media ang magde-decide kung totoo yung mga sinasabi niya.
Ano po ang masasabi po ninyo dito? Kasi kayo po ang president and founder ng The Silent Majority. Sabi ni VP Sara, another fishing expedition is now being launched as they scramble to weaponize any accusation they can manufacture just to create a semblance of procedural legitimacy for an investigation. So fishing expedition daw po.
Yeah, and they're saying na rehash siya, ganon. But the thing is, the reason that we are raising these allegations again is because she has never answered them beyond social media noise. So in fact, we are giving her an opportunity to address these allegations rather than trying to evade it by saying, fishing expedition, rehash, ganon. Okay, so address it na. Para matigil na, if you think that it's rehashed, if you think it's a fishing expedition, the way to stop it is to address the allegations.
Ma'am, balikan ko lang po kanina yun banggit ninyo na kumbaga ito kasing inihain ninyong kaso sa ombudsman, parang sabi ninyo, kumbaga parang tandem to nung ipafile na impeachment sa February 6. Baka lang po meron kayong nalalaman na detalye kung sino yung mga posibleng maghain ng impeachment before the Congress kay VP Sara. Baka meron kayong mga nakausap na rin na congressman, congresswoman na mag-i-endorso nito.
It seems kanina, nabanggit na rin ni Senator Trillanes, the former Senator Trillanes, that it will be Pindig Pilipinas who will be filing the impeachment complaint.
So, it's a separate group. Hindi po kayo kasama doon.
Hindi ko.
Opo. Pero
Well, okay. Pindig Pilipinas is an umbrella coalition. So, in fact, there are a lot of CFOs under Pindig Pilipinas, and TSM is one of them. Although TSM members won't be part of the people, one of the people who will be actually fighting.
okay, so kumbaga hindi po kayo asignatory doon sa impeachment,
Yes.
but you're part of the group, kumbaga, na, kasi umbrella group siya. Pero may we know po kung paano po nagkaroon ng koneksyon yung inyo pong grupo kay former Senator Antonio Trillanes.
Tagal na namin siya kakilala. In fact, sa sobrang tagal, I already consider him a personal friend, no? We first met him way back in 2016, and then in the series of protests since then, yung mga pinaglalaban namin mga prinsipyo at values, nakakasama namin siya. Kanya kami nagkakilala.
Si VP Sara lang po ba ang inirereklamo po natin o meron pa po bang mga ibang personalities?
TSM on its own has actually filed other cases against other officials, no? Kasi naniniwala po kami, meron po tayong democratic institutions. So habang marami pong different ways of registering protest, merong Facebook, merong mass action, merong street protest, creative actions, etc. And another one is legal action. And naniniwala ang TSM na nandun ang mga democratic institutions para may avenue of citizens to express their grievances. In fact, noong November 14, 2025, we filed a complaint sa COMELEC naman about the illegal donation that Senator Chis Escudero received for the 2022 elections.
And this,
And before that, there were other cases that we filed. For example, yung kay Kalida, that was way back in 2018, regarding yung security agency niya who was pretty much able to monopolize mga government contracts.
And this time po, meron pa po bang ibang mga bagong personalities na inireklamo po natin?
Wala pa as of now, but it is in our radar because ang aming goal na is for good governance, and part good governance is yung holding our holding our officials accountable. So, yun po ang tinitingnan ng grupo namin, kung anong mga kung sinong mga opisyales ang kailangan ma-hold accountable para matigil na natin yung culture of impunity dito sa Pilipinas. Yan po ay pinag-aaralan namin.
Okay.
Alright. Sige po. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Josie Acosta Nisperos, ang President and Founder ng The Silent Majority. Thank you for joining us, ma'am.
Salamat, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.